welcome back to another video. My name is Alina, if you didn't know already. Today I think I'm gonna try and crack out a little bit more of a chill video, and I think we're gonna do a tier list video on some plants. Looked at a few articles to kind of see what plants to do for this tier list, and I know like there are just so many, so I've gone with kind of the classic plants first and to rank them first, and then maybe if this does well then we could go into a bit more detailed plants. So first one I have got is a Scindapsus. Okay, so if you haven't seen a tier list before, I mean it's quite straightforward. S tier is like moi, piece de resistance, no fault whatsoever, and then A down to F being this, it sucks, and the worst. So that's kind of how the tier lists work. So yeah, Scindapsus. Now I own a Scindapsus, I own a Silverian and a Trebue, Moonlight Trebue, I think that's how you say it. I think they're pretty cool. Again, there's like quite a lot of types of Scindapsus that you could get into, which are really cool. Where would I put it on the tier list? They're really nice, and I really like mine. But then they can also be a bit boring. I don't know. Oh, this is hard. Okay, and I'm only on the first one. Great. So I think I would put Scindapsus in maybe a C. Okay, so next I've got Hoya, and I'm not putting in C tier, but I think a lot of people will hate me for this, but I really don't like Hoyas. I think the only Hoya I would like to have is a Hoya Bella. I think their leaves are really nice. I think they're pretty, and you could get some really stunning types, but they just really don't do it for me. Yeah, I think there's a lot better plants than the Hoyas. People are gonna attack me. Please don't attack me. I'm sorry, this is just my personal preference. Yeah, I don't think they're awful, but I'm gonna have to put them in E, I'm afraid. I'm gonna get so much hate for that. I'm sorry. Okay, I've got String of Hearts. Now these are quite a classic houseplant. A lot of people like these. People who start off houseplants. They're quite a cute little gift, I think. Yep. Just don't do it for me, I'm afraid. I could appreciate them. Yeah, they just don't. I just don't. I got no words. Like, I just don't. They just don't do it for me. Okay. We're gonna have to join Hoyas, I'm afraid. In E. Sorry. Okay. What's that? A rubber plant. Okay. So I have a classic rubber plant and a moonshine as well. I only got the rubber plant because I was working in a place, he was falling apart, so I rescued it, and I've had him ever since, and he's never really blossomed. He's just always kind of stayed the same. Yeah, the Ficus Moonshine tickled my fancy, and that's why I've got one, but I really do like the white ones that kind of have the variegated leaves, but they're not quite variegated because they're not actually variegated, it's just the way the leaves are. I do like those as well, I just find the patterns on them like really cool, but they are quite a boring plant. I don't know, there's not a lot to it, so I think I'm gonna put rubber plants in D. I think that's pretty fair. D it is. Okay, what have I got next? A palm. I don't know, the kind of bog standard things. They don't really excite me. I don't know. I don't think they really do a lot for me, palms. Kind of a bit boring. So I think they're nice and like if you have a massive house. Like if I was to have a big house, would I have a big palm lily if I had a big house? Don't think I would. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't actually. Tell a lie, I wouldn't have one. They're gonna have to go down to E. Okay, what have we got? Peeler. I think these chaps are pretty cool. I grew mine from like the tiniest little baby ever, and now he's grown quite well. I don't think I'd buy one personally. Like if he went off, I don't think I'd get another one. But I think they're interesting as they grow and mature. They are interesting, unusual looking plants. I think that's what I like about them. Oh, it's either B or C. I think I might have to go for C. Begonias. Okay, begonias. Now I do own some begonias. Not the maculata in this picture, but I don't know its specific name. It is like maculata, but it's like a little tree. They can grow just like really long vines, and I've got like the odd little one. I think begonias are pretty cool. Really interesting. I'm gonna put begonias in B. B for begonias. So, right, let's go for this one, which is a Sansevieria, or mother-in-law's tongue. They literally do cool for me. They literally, I just don't care. The whale fin, which is literally just the one kind of massive fin that grows long and fat, and they're alright. They're yeah, I can appreciate them, but other than that, they literally just nothing, nada, no. Even though I'm throwing them a lot of hate right now, they are. If you want a really good plant to start off with, Sansevieria is your man. But unfortunately for me, I'm gonna put them in F tier. The first F. Oh dear. Ferns. Now, I gotta say, a lot of people will really disagree with me on this, but I love ferns. I love them so much, like ridiculously, I love them. I've even got a tattoo of ferns on my thigh, my favourite ferns. And maidenhair ferns are my absolute one and only. A lot of people would find them difficult to look after, but I think once you get it right, ferns are really rewarding plants to have in your home. They're just like the variety of foliage, colours. Oh, I just can't get enough of them. I love them. Love, 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 love. Can't say enough. So I think we know where this one's gonna go. I'm just gonna have to bang in S tier because I can't. I really have a soft spot for ferns, and I've got quite a few. We love ferns. I mean, I love ferns. Don't know about you. Anyway, Syngoniums. Now, my feelings for Syngoniums have kind of changed. I used to really, really hate Syngoniums. I didn't really get the big deal. When I go into a shop and I see like those cheap Syngoniums that you can get, like the little pinky ones, they just don't really do it for me. I like them a lot more now than I used to. I think they go for a really cool transformation when they mature, and I don't think you get to see a lot of mature Syngoniums and how their leaves like really change. Can't wait to see that with mine as well. But yeah, I think. Ooh, this is hard. Okay, where am I going to put them? Because I do love them. But then I could leave it as well. I might have to put it in B tier for a minute. Ooh, not sure. We'll think about that. Caladiums. Although that doesn't sound right because it's CALA. But who am am I to say I'm dyslexic? But there we go. I love them. I think they're really, really cool plants. So interesting. And there's a few varieties that I could leave, but this picture is the bi-colour. Oh, I love that one so much. I wish I had it. But the other ones, like strawberry shake, frog in a blender, they're amazing. I think they're really cool. I'm going to put them in A. Let me make it a little bit smaller. A. There we go, I said it. A tier. Alocasias. Okay, I love alocasias. You can probably see in the background. Frederickson over here. I love alocasias. There's a Red Sea and Capria up there. I've got quite a few. Oh, I got the classic Sabrina alocasia. I love that guy. Dragon scale, silver dragon. Oh, the black velvet. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. And he's huge. I think they're so cool. I think they're stunning. They just foliage, everything. You know. Oh, love them. Love them. Love them. Love them. So I think they're gonna have to go in S tier for me. They really get me going. Fiddle leaf fig. Classic plant. I've got one. I was gifted this one as a birthday present. I really like these plants. I think they're really lovely, especially when if you could get them and you could get them big and you can keep them big. They're really cool. I don't think they push boundaries enough for me though. They're quite a safe classic plant. I'm really sad about mine. I keep looking at it and it's literally just sad. I think they're good. They have a very limit of how far they go. I think I would put them either B or C. I think I'll leave it in B for a minute. Or do I put it in C? Ooh. You know what? I'm going to put it in C. I'm going to put it in C tier. Shamrock or Oxalis. People might know it as Oxalis triangularis. Really cool plants. I love mine. I have mine. People over winter Oxalis. I don't with mine, and it's fine. I think maybe that stops it being a really big full plant, but it loves life. It does what it does. It keeps throwing up flowers. Flowers are really pretty. I love how the leaves open and close in light, and at night it doesn't open. It closes its leaves and folds up. I love the foliage colour as well. I think they're really lovely. I would happily get more. So I think on that note, I'm going to have to put them in B, which kind of feels like an overjudgment, but if I think about, like, would I buy it again if mine dies? I probably would. Yeah, I think I'd put that in B. Yeah, I'm a bit confident in my answers. These are my answers. Succulents and cacti. I feel like a lot of plant people could be either way. They're either leafy foliage people, or they can be cacti succulent people. And then you got all of us in between. Realistically, cacti and succulents, they're not like my favourite things. They don't really spark too much of an interest. They just don't do a lot for me. I can really appreciate some of the really cool cacti. I think some are like super interesting and really funky, but I fucking hate getting pricked, I tell you. Working with cacti, I really hate it. So I think I'm going to put them in E. Yeah. Peace lilies. F. I have a peace lily and I got it in a mystery bag. I wouldn't buy it. If I saw it, I wouldn't buy it. When they're really big, their foliage is really nice when they're really big, but nah. No. Nada. There's not a lot to say on that, so they're gonna stay on F tier. ZZ Zamaculus. To make people remember these plants, I always say they're ZZs because they're easy. because they're easy plants. I've got a normal one and a raven. I do like them, but again, I don't think they really like push boundaries, and because they're so slow growing, mine like got thrips I think 2 years ago. A lot of it, I had to chop a lot of it off, and it hasn't been the same since. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Bromeliads. Do I need to say a lot about this? Nope. And I'm gonna just stick it in there. Devil's Ivy. Oh god. Okay. You can tell by my moaning and groaning, I'm not a huge fan of Devil's Ivy. I think I'm gonna put it in D. D tier. Because they're really easy plants for people who want like good quick coverage, foliage. Monsteras. Love Monsteras. I think they're really cool. Got your classic variegated one, Thai Monstera. Got the Monstera Dubai. Monsteras are cool. I think they're really cool plants. But there is a but there. When I'm looking at my tier list, oh, I don't know. I think I would put them in A because I think they're really cool. I think they're lovely plants, but there's not a whole load out there. I think they're in caladiums. I love them, but they're not like S tier plants that make my mind go. Let's move on. Last one, philodendrons. Now, I think you could probably predict where I might put this, because if you know me and you know my account, you'll know how much I love philodendrons. I have a whole ton of them. I love them. They blow my mind. They blow my mind. I think we all know where these guys are gonna go. They're so cool. They are so cool. Their foliage is just on another level. This is the tier list as final form. But yeah, I think that's quite fair. I think that's fair. And again, this is my personal preference. I know people aren't going to agree with me. You might agree with me. Let me know what you think about this tier list in the comment. Whether you want me to do a more specific tier list, whether it's like different types of philodendron. There's a few plants on here that I didn't miss, so if there's any I missed and you want me to rank them in like another one, let me know. I want to hear your thoughts, feelings. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Am I insane? Yes is the answer to that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Really hope you enjoyed. This is quite a nice, more chill, relaxed video. And I'll catch you next time, my lovers.